View of some of the single leg stuff, and this is a great case study that we can do that we'll be doing all the time because it's really helpful for you to be able to see sort of what other people are doing. For, in this case, Monica, she's going to get some direct feedback from me right now. We're just going to make sure that these movements are bulletproof, they feel great, and they're moving you forward. Because again, mastering the basics is maybe the most important thing that we do. So this is Monica's step ups, part of the single leg progression. So we're talking about the single leg progression a lot. I think it might be my favorite of the few. We're just going to talk some great things that are happening and some things we want to work on in the future. So looks like Monica has a sweet home gym set up, complete with mascot. That's great. All right. So Monica's going to set up nicely. She's standing not too close to the box because that can be a problem if you're catching your toe every time. She's going to take a step forward onto the box. Let's see what happens. Right? Overall, pretty good. It's literally just stepping up onto the box. One thing to note is a little bit of kick with this back leg. So you can see it especially, I paused it just the right time. The bend in the back leg here tells me that this leg is going to kick. And so this leg isn't really doing all of the work itself. Let's see what happens. Right? It's subtle. It's not too bad. There's not a lot going on. But she's going to step and then bend and then push. See that push there is the back leg is doing all the work and the front leg isn't doing very much at all. And there's the other leg, the other side. Let's see if it happens the same on this side. Yep, same. Not quite as much, but there's definitely a kick action happening, and that's going to help. It's just going to take away a little bit from the movement that you're meant to do. It's not dangerous. It just doesn't help as much. So a good way to avoid that, and this will actually fix another problem. So I'll save the fix for the end, but another thing that Monica's doing here, it's subtle, and again, guys, this isn't dangerous. It's just not ideal. Monica's coming up. She's going to plant her foot. So her heel is on, or excuse me, her foot is on the box now. But if you look at her knee is straight over her foot. This is great. This is what we want. But what happens as soon as she starts stepping up? The knee's going to drift forward. And now this exercise is no longer about your whole leg. It's only about your quad and your knee. All of that force and pressure is going to go into the knee because it's gone forward. Right, so it starts in a great position, and that kick is going to send her forward, the knee's forward, and now the knee is doing all the work, and the hips aren't doing very much at all. We need the hips to be working here. That's part of the point, is to stabilize side to side. If you have, say, particular, SI joint discomfort, not any pathology, not something that's clinically wrong, but just discomfort, this is something that's really going to help a lot. Some folks with sciatica like this one too. That's part of why it's in the progression. So we'll see if it happens on the other side too. Sometimes folks have an imbalance where one side is like that and the other doesn't. But I'd be willing to bet that the fact that Monica's wearing a brace here tells me that that's probably going to happen. So the foot plants. Where does the knee go? Forward, exactly the same. In this one, it's kind of hard to tell because it's a profile. But something that I can see too is that her knee actually drifts in. You can see the change in the sort of where you see the hole in the brace. So right now, it's a perfect profile. It's just 90 degrees. It's just the side. But as she steps up, you can see the whole circle. So what does that mean? The knee changed position. It was pointing straight ahead, and it dove in. That is part of why this exercise is so good, is because stabilizing your knee is not a thing that your knee does. It's a thing that your hip does. And if your hips aren't working here, which again we know because there's this kick happening, the knee's not actually going to do anything. It's always going to drift in and forward. And now that it does become a safety issue, now we do have some knee problems. So let's watch a few more and just see if we notice any changes. Yep, knee forward. There's a kick and the knee rolls in again a little bit. And again, these are not things that I expect you guys to know right off the bat. That's why we're doing this, is so you can learn from something that Monica's doing because you're probably doing it too. And we're just going to swap in and out whose videos we look at so we all can learn and grow together. So, Monica, thank you very much. It's not as bad as it may sound. Overall, this was really, really good. Everybody is going to get a lot of benefit out of this. So, thank you. Thank you, guys. If you have questions, leave them in the comments. Talk soon.